On September 19, 1997, the 1032 Intercity 125 Express service was running from Swansea in South Wales to London's Paddington Station. The train consisted of Class 43 Power Car 43173, 8 Mark III coaches, and Class 43 Power Car 43163. Earlier that day, the Automatic Warning System, or AWS, was disabled due to the system locking the brakes not willing to free them. The driver at that time did not let the signaler know that he disabled the system, which was a huge mistake and against operating rules. Just outside of the city, the train was about to pass through Southall, but up ahead, he noticed something in the distance, a freight train crossing on the same track as his. The driver then threw his train into emergency, and the freight train accelerated to try to get out of the way. Despite their efforts to avoid impact, they just didn't pay off. The high-speed train sideswipes the freight train at over 70 miles per hour. The first coach topples onto its side, while the second coach suffers a head-on collision with a hopper car. The cars fly through the air, and the second coach is crushed in half. 7 people unfortunately lost their lives, all of which were sitting in the first 2 coaches, one of which died in the hospital. So why did this actually happen? Well, in fact, driver Harrison was distracted. On approach to Southall, he reported that he was packing his bags while on duty. It was also found out that he had passed through 2 yellow signals without slowing down, and only slowed down when he saw the red signal ahead of him, but by the time he saw it, it was way too late to stop. But had AWS been active, he would have been alerted of the signals. But unfortunately, the system was malfunctioning, thus it was disabled. But the driver at that time did not let the signaler know. Had he reported it, the signaler would have sent the train on a less conflicting route. But there's something else too. The train had automatic train protection, or ATP, and it works much the same way as PTC, but yet this was still inactive. Turns out Harrison isn't certified to drive with this system. Had these systems been working, or had Harrison not been packing his bags, the crash might not have happened. Power cars 43173 and the first 2 coaches were withdrawn and scrapped. Harrison was charged with manslaughter and gross negligence, but the case collapsed. However, First Great Western, the operator of the high-speed train, was fined £1.5 million for not having a system that would ensure their trains were not operating for long distances with AWS inoperative. ATP was not required to be active on all the Intercity 125s. Like the Chatsworth collision of 2008, it would take another major disaster before the system was required.